Hi, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. And today, man, I am super excited to Maiden the Slow Ultra Stick by E-flite. This thing was so easy to put together, and I'm excited to be able to fly this thing today. We got it all centered up and ready to roll. Safe as active if I need it, and flying it with a 1550 milliamp hour battery. I think it's designed to handle 1300 to 2200, so it should be perfect right in the middle. Let's get this thing in the air and see how it does. All right, guys, this airplane is designed to be like a second airplane. So as you guys know, my favorite beginner plane is the Hobby Zone Aero Scout. It comes with a DXE or a DXS transmitter, and I have a first gen, so it came with the DXE. I bound it up to this airplane. It binds up perfect. Of course, if you have a better transmitter, it'll always work too, but I wanted to show that it worked great. If you guys buy the first airplane, the Aero Scout by Hobby Zone, you can just use everything that you got with it, the battery charger. I don't have the 2200 on here right now, but that will be another one of my next flight for sure. And we do have quite a bit of wind today. It's probably in 8-9 mile an hour range, maybe with higher gusts up around 12. But I'm super excited to get this thing in here. Let's get it in high rates. There we go, high rates. Let's do it. Just like that, up in the air. I do have safe off. The nice thing about this airplane being the tube structure is that the wind has less effect on the fuselage, so I don't have to worry about it getting blown around. Of course, the wings will a little bit, but the nice thing is it's designed to handle really well. Oh, we got a dog. So the wind is at my back. We're going to take it up just a little bit. And let's see if we can get not really a flat spin in it. Maybe with less wind. Some birds. It's so slow. Can do loops with no problem.
Pretty good wind to fly that.
Yep.
Looks like it flies into the wind pretty well, though.
It does. It does great. So.
It's a gas engine?
No, it's battery.
Oh yeah. How much do you have? Because I gotta get him away. He goes after my drone all the time. So. Nice. Come on, Patrick. Let's go. Come on. 32 it up. Come on, Bob. Let's go.
I am flying over my head, just trying to get the dog to come back to its master, of course. So it's handling really well. I am giving just a little bit of up, so I probably have my CG a little bit too far forward. Here in I'll get it into the wind and I'll put the nose up and roll it upside down and see if it drops. And not too bad, so maybe a little bit of trim is necessary. I did adjust the push rod quite a bit because it looked like it was down too much, and so it might need to be down just a hair, or no, just the other way around. I might need to take it up just a little bit more. I need a mechanical adjustment so that everything is centered up nicely. So I might not have brought it out quite far enough, but it's doing great. As the guy that was walking his dog said, it's handling the wind very well. I'm very happy for a Maiden. Little snap roll. No problem. Barely lost any altitude at all. Take it up into the stall. Using the rudder to push it over. Lots of authority out of that rudder. They did design a nice big rudder on there. Little alley-oop type of maneuver. Take it up. See if we can get a snap type of... Oh. A little bit too much aileron there. And so I haven't done safe. Let's see what safe does here. So with safe, I got her climbing quite a bit. So off the throttle, zero throttle, almost no stick. It wants to drop just a little bit. I'm using a little bit of elevator. If I let go of the elevator, it does dive, even with safe on. So we'll take it up a little bit. We'll go half throttle into the wind. And no sticks. And you can see it's descending quite a bit, even in safe. So I'm not sure exactly why it's like that, but you'll need to use a little bit of up elevator to keep it level, even in safe. But you don't have to worry about it not coming down in the wind. So we're going to have a little bit of struggle to get it on the ground because of the wind blowing it around. We'll get it turned back around here into the wind. I'll turn safe back off. There we go. See, with all this wind, you can just about kite it. There we are, quarter throttle to half throttle, and it's not moving. In fact, it's kind of hanging there, moving back just slightly. So some pretty good tendencies. Not exactly excited about safe wanting to drop down so much, but pretty fun little airplane. And I gotta say, you get the tail dragger experience. So if you started out with the Hobby Zone Aero Scout, it's a tricycle airplane which handles takeoffs a little bit easier, but this will be a really easy tail dragger because it gets into the air so quickly, kind of like a STOL type plane. You don't have the long drawn out takeoffs, so you don't have to worry about it wanting to turn on you. That's probably the biggest problem with a tail dragger. As soon as the tail comes up, the torque of the motor wants to turn the airplane. This one has so much ability to lift up into the air that it takes off nice and quickly. I am at about quarter throttle, just kind of hovering here, or kiting. That's a fun little maneuver this thing can do. Lots of authority and high rates. I don't know that I would fly in this heavy wind in low rates, but it's doing good right now in high rates. You can see that the wind is tossing it around just a little bit, but it's doing good. Pretty happy with it. About almost half throttle, about 40%, I suppose. That's why it was moving forward. If I get it caught in the wind and then lower it down to about quarter throttle right now, it's hanging there pretty good. I was kind of surprised at how big the motor is on the front of this thing. It is compared to the Aero Scout, it is quite large, and I think that's part of the reason it does these maneuvers so well. So I've been flying quite a long time. It's probably time to bring it in, so let's bring it back around and see if we can get a nice calm second to get it on the ground without rolling it over. That's another reason you want to consider this maybe a second round type plane, is with those tail feathers so small, and there we go, nice. They're thin, and if the wind catches them and it flips over, those probably would break pretty easy, but for the most part this thing looks like it's pretty rigid with all the pipe and everything in the design. Super excited to get this thing back out here on a nice calm day and share it with you guys. But that's the Slow Ultra Stick by E-flite, and it's nice that the color scheme is very similar to the Hobby Zone Aero Scout. And of course they use the Ultra Stick design, but for the graphics. Really happy with that flight, and I got a pretty good time out of that 1550. Unfortunately with the DXE, it does not have telemetry to tell me what the battery level is, but I'm sure I got more than 5 minutes of flight there for you guys, and yeah, I can't wait to get it back out here. So yeah, let's get this thing packed up in the truck, and it'll be ready for the next time I come out here. Next time I'll come out, I will fly it with the Spectrum 2200 milliamp hour battery. The sun is blinding my eyes. I appreciate everybody's support, and big thanks to the Lord for a beautiful day. Even though it's windy, the sun is shining. It feels so good. It was snowing this morning, and so I waited until it stopped to get out here. But I'm so happy to share this airplane with you guys. If you guys follow me on Instagram, Facebook, you guys will see what the next airplane is coming out. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that one. I know I am. That thing's going to be a lot of fun. That flat spin that I'm fighting to try and get to go, I'm sure that airplane will do it with no problem. So I'm excited to get that thing out here. Guys, with the cold weather and the wind, I've been getting a lot of hours in on the real flight simulator. If you guys spend a lot of time on real flight and take off and land with no problem all the time, maybe you can skip that Aero Scout and just move up to this airplane. So I know people have already asked me that question, and I think it's doable. This airplane flies very good compared to some of the planes on the flight simulator, so it's definitely a doable thing. If you guys have practiced a lot on the computer, you're probably ready to move up to this. So just a thing to think about. Until next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here.